Hey guys, MCU Collector here, moving right along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Venom Wave, Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. We now have the Spider-Ham figure with the additional Porkgrind head to go over. So here, the package is the same that we've seen with all the other figures from this wave. The big difference is that we get a Spider-Man logo instead of the Venom logo because this is a Spider-Verse character, even though Venom comes from the Spider-Verse or the Spider Universe or whatever. It is different because it is a Spider character. So Spider-Man logo there. Up at the top, you actually have the Spider-Man logo that we see with the other Spider-Man Wave figures. So that's different. But the really cool thing is the bright colors on the side of the package. Look at that red, just pops and stand out. And he does have the blue there. So multiple colors on the side. Again, just absolutely awesome when they really pop and stand out like that. So really cool. Here at the back of the package, we have a look at the promo shot of the figure. And we have the bio that reads, part pig, part spider, part scientific mishap. Peter Porker becomes a web-shooting swine, Spider-Ham. Here we have a look at all the figures from the wave, the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure here all the way to the left. And then we continue on with all the figures from the wave. Venom, Carnage, Poison are already done. Here we have Spider-Ham. Next will be Scream, and we'll finish off with Typhoid Mary before moving on to the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. So there he is. Pretty awesome. Can't wait to get him out and show him. Should be pretty quick because he has like no articulation, but we're going to check out that Porkgrind head on a Venom body and see how that looks. So let's get right to it. Here's the Spider-Ham figure out of the package, and I forgot to bring this up. We actually had a look at the figure in the package, but it looks like there were two torso pieces that were packed away in there. That was not the case. The Monster Venom Build-A-Figure is going to be so large that he's actually broken out into two separate pieces for this torso. So I don't want to put it together yet. I'll put all the pieces together once we complete the Build-A-Figure. So you can just see that this back is going to be massive. But the really cool thing is you can actually see that because of that, you actually can see that they had to paint all the way through on that ab crunch. So that's interesting. Kind of gives us a look that we don't normally get to see. But really cool looking Build-A-Figure. I really like the purple color. The white paint is good. There's some fuzzy spots kind of throughout the Spider logo, and I think that's just because of all the sculpt work that is in this figure, and it's probably hard to see, but there's veins kind of all over this thing. So a lot of sculpt work in this Build-A-Figure. So really cool. So I can't wait to put this guy together and really see what it is all about. But let's get right to it. There's no other accessories. It's just those two Build-A-Figure pieces other than the Porkgrind head, which I already put on my old Absorbing Man Wave Venom. So it just kind of sits there. And I think that's kind of the look. It works well enough. It's not... I don't think it's really the full-on Porkgrind look. It's not completely accurate. I mean, the costume is right, but Porkgrind has a very large upper body that you just don't get with the Hyperion mold. And I think he may be too tall. I could be wrong. I didn't read any comics. The only comics that I've read that actually have Spider-Ham are going to be like the Web Warriors and the Spider-Verse during the Secret Wars. So that's the only exposure that I have to Spider-Ham. So not a whole lot. I know that his universe is kind of a cartoon land and some things, and it's just kind of weird, and he's kind of a comedic character. So it's whatever. But I'm happy to have him because, hey, Spider-Verse character. So awesome to get more Spider-Verse characters. So we'll look at the figure and go over the articulation, which is very, very limited. So there's not a whole lot. So in the back of the package of the promo shot, the hinges on this guy are actually blue, but here on the final product, they're red. So that's really showing through and doesn't look good, especially when there's already hardly any articulation. But the feet swivel. Not sure the point of that, because the way that they are, you can turn it and it's not going to want to stand if you turn the feet. So I'm not sure why they even included that. But both feet do swivel. Kind of pointless. The waist is not... It's like on a ball. So think of it like... almost like the diaphragm joint, but you get a lot of range of motion in there, I guess. So that's kind of cool. You can get some different poses, like that. but then it looks kind of funky because you're getting all these different gaps, and you can kind of just see in there how it's on there on a ball there. So it, you know, he can move around like that, move around like that, like that. So there's, you know, what effectively works as an ab crunch, I guess. The shoulders go out all the way. You do get full rotation there. The hands swivel. There is no hinge. And then the elbows actually do have a single hinge there as well. And you're talking hardly any motion out of there. That's it. So that to that. It's not a whole lot of movement. The left hand is just kind of an open hand with 4 fingers. The right hand is the thwipping hand. And there's just not a whole lot to it. This hand really hardly even lines up nicely. Oh, here we go. Okay, that lines up that way. So then, like that. So, not a whole lot. The head pivots, swivels around. Not a whole lot. Feels a little rubbery. The ears are very rubbery. But the paint is good because you get the white of the nose and the eyes. The paint came out good. It's just this so limited of a figure. But I still think it's cool. And I think people will buy it because it's a spider character. It's colorful in the package. And then kids will probably go, hey, it's a spider pig. What's that? That's cool. I want to get that. So that's probably what's going to happen. The Porkgrind head, it feels very rubbery. Kind of like the Spider Ham head. It feels like it's mostly kind of the rubber. We get a little bit of paint, yellow for the teeth. We get white there on the nose, white for the eyes. One's lower than the other. Not a whole lot else going on to it. And he just kind of pops right on there. It's not even the best fit because you could see the neck goes like all the way into the head, that hole for the head. So it's kind of sits on there kind of funky. You almost have to just kind of push it down to really get it to look right, and then it just kind of looks like that. So it's cool that they gave us the Porkgrind head so we can do this, because if you say you get a case of the Venom Wave, you're going to get 2 Venom figures, so you could always use that second figure for the Porkgrind head, which is, you know, probably what I'll be doing, because I'm not going to leave it this way. I'm weird about my collection, so I'll have the regular Venom. I'll pop this head right back on him. This head I'll pop right back on, and then I'll have the Eddie Brock head, and then I'll get another Venom so I could do the Porkgrind. But yeah, it's nice that, you know, we at least get that, and we could do that with, instead of Hasbro just saying, hey, here's Spider Ham, and you get nothing else in the package. So at least they give us the Porkgrind head so we could do stuff like this. But not a whole lot to it. If you guys have any questions, comments, let me know in the down below in the comment section, and hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And again, thank you for watching.